Karen, it sounds like this is more of a matter of when Turnbull will stand down, not if.
Yes, exactly. And we now know that the petition that was being circulated to gather the signatures to force the meeting today has succeeded. We understand that they do have a majority of votes from the ruling Liberal Party now. So that meeting will go ahead in just under 1 hour from now. What then happens is that the Prime Minister will ask whether there is support to spill the leadership positions. I expect, given the meeting's been called, that there will be, and he will then stand down. We've now got not only Peter Dutton as a candidate, but two other candidates have entered the contest. The Treasurer, Scott Morrison, and the Foreign Minister, Julie Bishop. Now, Julie Bishop is a moderate, the same kind of ideology as the Prime Minister. Peter Dutton is a Conservative and Scott Morrison is somewhere in between. So it will be a three-way contest.
What was the determining factor here with the shift, with the party MPs who decided to go along with this?
Well, as these things go, there was a level of dissatisfaction with Malcolm Turnbull on a number of fronts. His poll figures were very low. There was agitation about the way he was handling some policies, particularly recently energy policy. And there was a degree of vengeance about as well for the fact that he had ousted his predecessor, Tony Abbott, who was a Conservative. So these things have come together in the last week or so. But in the last 24 hours, as often is the case, when they get up ahead of steam, when there's momentum around this agitation, even if it's only a minority to start with, eventually people see that there's no going back, and I think that's what's happened here.
Given Turnbull's defiance and sort of attitude with really trying to dig his heels in, how do you think he's going to respond to this ultimately? What do you think he will say to the Australian people?
Well, he's pretty angry about the whole situation. He had a news conference yesterday in Australia and said that he believed that this was a case of intimidation and bullying by a number of Conservatives against the rest of the Liberal Party. So he was suggesting they were being forced to oust him. He will be fairly angry and agitated, I think. People have said that you would have to blast Malcolm Turnbull out of the job, and no Prime Minister certainly goes easily. So it'll be interesting to see what he does say when he gives a news conference that we expect him to do later today as he steps down from the Prime Ministership. But these days are always full of high emotion. Often we see, sadly, the best speeches come from the vanquished on a day like this.